I think that we're going to cover just these three pretty quickly, but one area that I've seen personally Wingtra stuff is a lot of construction stuff, which I guess it goes into surveying and mapping. Can you talk a little bit about where and how Wingtra airframes really unlock the ability for surveyors when they're on a construction site?
You know, you can start with the VTOL being able to take off in, you know, small areas, covering large projects. You know, just the amount of time. Something to think about with like large construction project is that like project monitoring is doing stockpiles, also, you know, paying attention to how much like cut and fills, how much dirt is moved. But, you know, by a lot of these things can be accomplished with other drones, but you're using so much extra time. It's like, you know, at the end of the day, do you want to spend the additional 15, 20 hours using a different drone than a Wingtra, and you're sacrificing that time doing other projects? You're not spending time with your family. Like there's so, you know, that's one thing we can't get back is, you know, time. That's the one thing that, you know, like I said, the flight planning, there's some things that are different and unique, but just the efficiency that we capture data and what that efficiency means in terms of like your ROI, your bottom line, even your life. Like the amount of time that you get back because you have all these projects. We all have too many projects. And, you know, what the Wingtra does is allows you to knock out all those projects in an extremely efficient manner.
Perfect. And then I'm assuming mining very similar. We're talking about stockpiles, you know, like looking pre-blast, yep. Post-blast. That's kind of the major function of Wingtra. Have you seen anything else in the mining space other than those things that have been used for the Wingtra has been used for?
No, yeah, mining is probably where we are probably the leader. In the sense that, like, because of our application, our complete setup, it's the perfect tool for mining. And you're correct. It's stockpile management, cut and fills, post blast, pre-blast, post blast. Same thing. If you, on a slightly side note, if you want to include landfills, it's, you know, it's the perfect way to measure, you know, the life expectancy of, you know, landfills and things like that as well.
Perfect. So I have one here for environmental stuff, except it seems like it's the same photos as the construction. So I don't know where that went wrong. But as far as environmental applications, can you just give a brief like rundown of things that you've seen the Wingtra used for, you know, water conservation, things like that?
Exactly. Water conservation, watching, regulating who is actually taking water, mapping shorelines, finding the Nature Conservancy they just had a nice post on LinkedIn about the Dominican Republic. You use it to look at reefs and whatnot. It's, you know, the thing is when you're looking at a Wingtra, it's not what can it do, it's like what can't it do? Like, you know, it's really what your mind, think about what you could do if you could collect a whole bunch of imagery extremely fast, if you had a complete overview. Like, you know, the world is your oyster at that moment.